The first 2 months of this year have been insane. Like in the news of business and brands, I've seen so much happening that myself, I couldn't keep up. Like I've seen so many brands being rebranded or refreshed in the previous 2 months. And if we dive into that right now, like trust me, that video would be like about like what, an hour? But if you stick around at the end of the video, I'm gonna highlight all my favorite rebrands of this year at the end of the video. So for those of you guys who watch all the way, will get to enjoy a bit of like my insight on what's going on in the industry of business and brands. But for the sake of this video, I just wanted to really come here and like put some excuses on why I disappeared for 2 months, why I've not uploaded any video since then. So reason number one is something that you already know. I'm a dad. My son has just turned 1.5 years right now. And as you know, we spent the entire 2020 locked out in our homes and we couldn't spend much time with our kids outdoor. So I made a promise to myself that when the year begins, I would make sure I give my kid the time he needs. It's something that I'm trying to really learn how to do because, I'm a young parent and this thing of kids is not easy. It's a learning curve and it's a stiff one. So I'm just keeping up with that. And that's one of the reasons that made me take a break off all internet, social media, YouTube, and all the things that really took my free time, I would say, beside projects. And which brings me to the other point, which is trying to get my clientele in check. So when year 2020 happened on all of us, my income took a dip. It was hard for me to keep up with the lifestyle that I had built around myself. So I had to really go back from scratch and start building clients. And for some reason, like clients that were willing to pay high before were not willing to do that. And it was something that was obvious that they don't have money. But yeah, I managed to get some projects coming in. Right now I'm working on some projects that I'm super excited about and I'm proud of. So that also made me really pause. So that's point number two, just to try get my clientele in check, which made sense. Like if you don't have like clients paying you, how can you survive? Because right now YouTube doesn't pay me. Like YouTube for me, it's about like helping out fellow designers, fellow creators who are out there and they just want to really get a nudge on how to survive in the industry, especially if you're a full-time employee and you want to try freelance. I feel like that's the best thing I can offer you. Like I can help you really get into the transition because I've tried it, I've tested it, not really a lot, but about like 2 years now in freelance as an independent designer. And trust me, it's something that you can do with a bit of preparation and a bit of like some good advice from people who have done it. So point number three is something that most of you guys know. I've been mentioning this thing almost since last year or even 2019, and it's called the Modern Logo Design Program. I've been putting together this program that I'm super excited about, and most of you guys are already super excited and psyched about it. You already signed up, you're on the waiting list waiting for this thing that is not showing up. And this has been frustrating me because I made a plan in 2019 that I should drop or debut this program in maybe the second quarter, and that didn't happen because we all got caught up in this situation of the pandemic, and I couldn't keep up with the anxiety, so I paused the entire arrangement I had for the program and I pushed it at the last bit of the year. And I think around November, it's when I hit the ground running, start working on the course, and I started structuring it, working on the content. And after the content was done, I started, designing the website because usually there's a process. There's a process, and if you're a one-man team, trust me, this will I don't know even how to put it in words, but the best thing I can say, if you're not really ready and if you don't have the time to work on a teaching program or a knowledge program, it's more than what you think. Like it needs more of your attention than you think. So for me, I've learned that the hard way. I had to go through like scratch and figure out things on the fly. But right now I'm really excited about how it's shaping. And I think the main step or phase that consumed a lot of time was structuring the information or the material. and from like coming up with the ideas how you want to phase the information. If someone takes module 1, for instance, how do they phase into module 2? That was something that really took a lot of time for me. And number 2 was coming up with the copy for the website. This took forever. I don't know, even like I started working on this I think last year, and I managed to finish it as the year was ending. But now the task was putting this copy into a layout to see whether even it works for the design. The program is $499, and through this people are telling me who can pay $499 for a logo design program. And for me, my answer is it's not a program that is going to teach you logo design. I'm gonna just pour my experience onto you, and I'm gonna show you how you can build brands beyond logos and how you can start charging for things you've not been charging for, like implementation of a brand. Like, people always don't charge for those fees that are really crucial in the process of building a brand. They only charge for the execution of like the logo and maybe strategy, but implementation, clients don't know how to do these things. So that's why for me, I feel like this is value. Like, what I'm putting together is value, and that's why I've delayed it. I'm not rushing for a bag. And if anything, I recommend people who even like practice and already do logo design in the industry, they should buy this course. So industry experience, for example, like industry experience, like to get to learn how the industry works in logo design or designing brands, it will take you like years, and it will take you like these tiny courses, course after course, and you won't learn the things you need. So I came up with the value, but I feel like that is something that is priceless. And I feel like if you buy courses and you want the industry experience, it could total around like $690. So imagine that. I'm going to share with you like 2 case studies that are professional and successful. So growth community. So this is the community we'll build around the program, and I've been struggling with this lately, and I don't know why. Like, I've been trying to understand what kind of people should be in these communities, and I think I'm learning it. So I opened a couple groups just to learn and see how people really use groups, because I just didn't want to come formality and start like doing whatever other people do. So I think now I'm grasping the language of how I can run these communities. For example, I started a Facebook group, but I've not been active, and I've not let anyone in yet. People have been sending these requests to enter, but I wanted to first get my foot together and understand how best to utilize this group. And when I put it up here quick, let me show you. We have a lot of people actually like wanting and excited about the group. So about like 31 member requests. So for starters, I think that's great. So just go ahead and let these people in. And for those of you guys who want to jump into the group, you can go ahead and start like sending those requests. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, I wanted to really highlight the reasons why I took a break off YouTube and all other platforms. I wanted to focus on my child, family, giving them quality time, and also try to get in more clients, because my income was taking a dip. And also, like, I had this fun project that I've been putting together, the modern logo design program, that I'm super excited about. So I had to give it really a good shot and understand what I'm putting together and make sure that this material will be of value. And as you can see, it's a one-man team, like copywriting and then structuring the course and then designing the website. But Webflow makes it quicker, but not as quick as you imagine. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys can understand my situation right now. But as I mentioned, like at the end of the video, I'll highlight the things that have happened in the 2 months, so that maybe that can be a payoff for those 2 months. What do you say? That's cool. Man, I missed you for real, like for real. But yeah, let's get into it. For those of you guys who've watched all the way to this end, yeah. Here are the few brands that I've just recently rebranded, and to me, this is not like a total rebrand, or it's not what you'd call like the normal rebrands, but they're more of like refreshes, but they are super hilarious. And one of those is Amazon. So Amazon recently changed their app icon, and if you've been following along, I made a tweet without knowing that this is not the new icon they had really designed. So this was like a version 2 of the initial icon that really hit somewhere hard. Like design Twitter went crazy on them that this icon represented or looked like Hitler. And they went quick and then they refreshed the icon. And for me, I think I came late on the party. I only noticed the new icon, which had the seal tape just folded on the edge, just to make it really look amazing. And for me, when I jumped on this, it looked really amazing, and I made a tweet about it, how this is something that lacks in icon design, because they are not really expressive. And if you're familiar with my language of design, I'm more into like expressive design. So number 2 is the CIA. So the CIA recently rebranded, and this idea was just to tap into the new generation. But trust me, this was the laziest design I've ever seen. I'm not saying that, you know me, like I don't, critique design like that, but this was lazy. Like when you look at it, I don't know whether like Generation Z, they assume them to be somehow like dumb, like they don't like love sophisticated design, I would assume. But man, like that, for me, made a week for me, it made a month for me, and for some reason, like there is a day I woke up and I was super psyched to make a video about it, but trust me, my schedule couldn't let me. But those are the 2 main highlights that I had for you. But that's it, and I just want to mention that right now, guys, I really need your support. I want you guys to go ahead and become Patreons. I'll leave a link for you, and start supporting my vision, because my vision is really just to focus on creating these amazing videos for you, and it's free content, and I raise like I'm up for the quality. Like I just don't come and mumble around without really giving you value. So I could use the support, or if you that kind of guy who really can buy me coffee, I have a link for you. You can just go ahead and buy me coffee. That would be ideal. That would be really helpful. But other than that, I'm excited to have you back. And I forgot even to say Happy New Year for you guys who made it to 2021, because man, it's a thing. Like if you made it all the way here, we need to, jubilate you and congratulate you for making it to 2021. So Happy New Year, and good luck on all those like 1080 and 720 resolutions. Mine, I think I'm hitting it 4K, but we will see. I'll catch you in the next one. I feel like my joke sucks. But I love you guys. Cheers.